Hello, everyone. This is Cincinnati Man coming to you to talk about the Anthony Joshua fight match that happened yesterday. Today's Sunday, April 2nd, 2023. It's funny. Some reviews, some videos, I say that. Others, I don't. I need to get better at that. But let's stick to what we're talking about right now. I watched it yesterday afternoon before I went to a football match, or as here we call in the States, soccer. FC Cincinnati. They played Miami. We won. Let's go. But anyway, there was a lot of anticipation and hype for this boxing match that Anthony Joshua had with Jermaine Franklin, American fighting out of Saginaw, Michigan. I love. I'm a casual, but like many casuals of a sport such as boxing, you enjoy narrative. That's what brings people in. That's what actually gets boxers the what do you want to say, the big money. And this is a comeback for Joshua. He's lost two fights in a row to Alexander Usyk, a Ukraine boxer who is considered one of the best in the sport. And there was some concern that if Joshua can go ahead and put somebody down that is supposedly, like Jermaine Franklin, was supposed to be a lesser opponent, not in the upper echelon, but some consider like a nothing boxer, as in he'd get taken out within the first 5 or 6 rounds. Joshua, for the most part, said he just wants to win, but he eventually was like, "Oh, yeah, I want to get a knockout." It was like, "Nah, we should have just left that alone." We went 12 rounds. There was a lot of holding. There was a lot of there was some cool moments here and there, but I was frustrated with there was too much play. They would hug up, they would lock each other up, and then the referee would break it up, and then Joshua would just push the guy a little bit, just tap him on his chest to push him back, and the guy was looking at him like, "Come on in," and the guy Franklin had his hands down, and it's like, Joshua, you can knock him out right there. Mayweather won a fight against Victor Ortiz like that. Victor Ortiz was apologizing for headbutting him, and they tapped gloves. When you tap gloves after the referee breaks up for that time, you tap gloves once, it's protect yourself at all times. The fight's back on. And it happened a few times, and the fight left a lot to be desired. And my main concern is, we're coming into an age where all athletes want to be like, it's about the money, it's about the money, it's about the money. Where in previous generations, we want the money, but we're going to create the narrative that we love the sport. Now this is going away more than ever. But the thing is this: a lot of athletes need to realize that a narrative can make or break your ability to make money. Joshua says he's in it for the money, and people say no, he wants the passion. He fought a guy that he fought an opponent that he claimed should have got taken out by Jermaine Franklin. Should have lost to the previous guy he fought, was Dillian White, a fellow countryman that from England that everybody made fun of Dillian White, and Josh was supposed to be the super supreme boxer, and he went 12 rounds as well. And people said, "Oh, he didn't look gassed and all this other stuff." It's like, no, there was a couple of times where I saw if Jermaine Franklin was had more power, he had more combinations, he could have took him out. Now, I'm going to say the same thing that a lot of detractors are saying right now. He doesn't need to fight Fury. He doesn't need to fight Wilder, because they're about that work. They're going to fight tooth and nail to come in. There's not going to be no hesitation. You can always have a 2 or 3 rounds maybe 4, where you're trying to figure it out. But then it's go time, and those guys are sluggers. Those guys are they about it. They're gonna there's gonna be a lot more damage to your face than I seen Joshua's manager say, "Oh, we want the big fights, but he does need more time with his trainer. But if we get the big fights, why wouldn't we take it?" And it's concerning. Joshua's not. The sad thing about it is, if you give him lighter fights, he plays down to the competition. But if you get him harder fights, he can get his ass knocked out. But he got the big money. Getting major money to fight and getting a win is not exclusive. And they're in this weird kind of territory, him and Eddie Hearn, where it's like, yo, just give me the money, I'll fight. It's like, yeah, but do you want to win? Oh, I think I'm going to win. But are you preparing yourself to win? And there's this weird kind of middle ground he's in now, because people say, well, Jermaine Franklin was so small, so short that he's 6'6", he didn't want to punch down. It was dangerous because he's small, but he has no punching power. People try to hype it up like, oh, he's like Andy Ruiz or stuff. But the bottom line is, Andy Ruiz, when Joshua lost him, Joshua admitted he wasn't prepared for that. So we need to cut that out as well too. Like, he prepared for this guy. Eddie Hearn's father, Barry Hearn, said that he needs 2 or 3 more fights. But the problem with that is, in the era of boxing that we're in now, heavyweight boxers, a lot of boxers only fight 3 times a year. So, and if you lose, you might fight that one time, and you might only fight twice. You might only fight once if you lose, because you got to get over the trauma of losing. I don't know how to feel like. Yes, the casual fan that I am, even major fans of boxing want to see the so-called heavyweight names, the big names of the sport, fight each other. But as a person that wants the people to do their best, there's no reason for him to fight Fury. There's no reason to fight Wilder. Maybe 3 years ago, I would have said definitely fight Wilder, because I at the time thought that his skill level and competence in boxing would help protect him from getting hit by Wilder. But I don't think so anymore. I'm not seeing enough defense. I'm not seeing enough countering. But then again, Wilder has a lot taken out of him from the Fury fight. Fury's gotten a lot taken him out from the Wilder fight. That's a dirty secret. That's another video. I signed up for the DAZN pack, the 1 year. Whoa. I signed up for the 1 month. I think it was like $19.95 here in the States, to see this Joshua Franklin fight, and I'm going to watch the Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia fight. I've never seen either one of those guys fight, but the narrative that's driving the build up is intriguing. Where I'm going to start watching a little bit more stuff on YouTube. I've been watching a lot of international stuff lately when it comes to boxing. Talk Sports, IFL, Second Out, Radio Raheem. Oh man, the brother that's on DAZN. Odi Diablo. Oh, I forgot his name. I'm gonna shout him out one time. I can't remember it. Hatchet Man. There's a guy named Hatchet Man on YouTube that gives excellent commentary. I enjoy when it pops up counter punch boxing news. That's a great channel to get opinions. I mean, sometimes people say, "Oh, it's a great channel." Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna. What I've learned in life is you don't have to agree with everyone's opinion, but for me, if I tried my best to get try to find compelling arguments for or against what I'm looking for. I mean, even talk sports sometimes it gets a little bit much because Simon Jordan flies off the handle at Eddie Hearn, but he's all quiet and nice to Frank Warren, and it's kind of hilarious. It's weird. So even though he did ask Frank Warren some tough questions, but it was a lot more like nice. But anyway, back to Joshua. I don't know if anybody will ever see this. I don't know if everybody else's team will ever see this. I don't know. He's a good guy. I question the punching power ability to be able to take it to task with the guys that he needs to. Tyson Fury, he's good at keeping people. He's good at keeping people that distant. Wilder, all you need, like they say, that one punch can decide everything. If you can get past that one punch, then technically Joshua should outpoint him. But you got to throw. Joshua was saying this thing about in the trainer. Oh, he threw 200 punches around and all that other stuff. It was like I know people tend in practice in training they over prepare sometimes to go the distance. If you're supposed to run 10 miles, you do 12 or whatever. I'm just making it up, but I just don't want this dude to walk into just getting knocked out to grab the money. He's already made enough money for his lifetime. That's the crazy. Everybody doesn't. Athletes if his echelon of his ilk, you've made so much money. You don't know what to do with it unless you've made some bad business dealings. But typically, and it's weird because it's like, well, let's keep making that check. It's like, yeah, but man, don't put like you got to wake up and be like, man, I got knocked out. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling now, but I just want Joshua have one. If they saying that he played down to the level of his opponent, I want him to have one more fight with somebody, maybe 2 levels up, and then let's go. Let's see Wilder Fury, one more fight, and then Wilder and Fury. And if you want to, they want to make that claim he can rise to the level of the opponent. Well, let's get it. But that's my thoughts on Anthony Joshua and Franklin, mainly Joshua. Franklin just had a lot of heart. He stayed in there, I mean, that's as much as I can. That's as much as I think about him. He had heart. He stayed in there. Props to him. I look forward to the Tank and Garcia fight in the end of April, and we'll go from there. Cincinnati Man out. Thank you. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share it. Much more to come. Y'all have a good one.